fuck's sakes.
Oh, come on.
Jesus. There's usually a small countdown, E, to let us know. I didn't even know you started the damn thing. I was just testing the monitor.
Dude, the way you were looking, I was like, I'm here for it. Let's rock and roll, dude. Like,
Did you understand what was going?
Nope, I was just turning on the monitor, that's all.
Oh,
We were
Jesus,
just
you
testing
can't-
some music.
that's why you like turn the music off. I'm like, just like cut it.
So well-intentioned, yet you cannot help but fuck it up. It's even when you with your best efforts, you're going to screw something up. It's unbelievable.
I'm glad I'm not on Hard Knocks.
That's why we love you.
You'd been cut already. You would have been cut before training camp started.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I could Rudy myself in there for a little bit.
I don't think you could.
Not going to make the three-man roster, sorry.
No. Anyway, welcome to the show. We'll explain what's going on in here in a moment. But Mike is here. T-Roy, what's up, T?
Hi.
I love the shirt.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
The woo.
the woo.
Damn right.
Isis is here wearing the same shirt he usually wears.
What?
Yeah,
Pretty brand new. This is almost a brand new shirt.
well, yeah, it's getting a lot of use. It's not going to be brand new for much longer.
Where is
Eat more ice cream in
Marquette?
Marlette,
Oh,
Michigan.
Marlette.
Halfway between like Emily City and the Bad Axe area.
Gotcha.
All
yeah.
right.
Nice area.
Did you have their ice cream?
I used to go there all the time with my grandpa as a kid, and I recently went up into the Thumb on a day trip, and I stopped in, and I'm like, I want to buy a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Because I do. I don't like buying new things anymore, but I like supporting cool places like
Yeah.
that. So
It is a good
Mom
looking
and pop
shirt. I'm
place.
not going to lie.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
It doesn't even look like it's all stained up yet.
It'll get there.
I know.
Give it
I
some
know.
time.
I said yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big yet.
This is literally the second time I wore the shirt. So
this week.
yeah, no, this,
I have
Yes.
seen that more than once.
I think you're-
So have I. Look at the videos. We're
I'll
not going
look
to
in the
debate
video.
this.
I'll
We're
go
not
back.
debating this.
Okay,
Definitely
I'm telling you
more than once.
more than once this week.
I think you're thinking because
fine.
you saw me earlier today.
Well, maybe that too.
I think I did a podcast earlier today, and I think that's what you're thinking.
Possibly. Anyways, we are struggling here, of course, as always. Power is still out. I
Internet's
imagine-
back.
Internet came back on. Dude, my day has been absolutely, it's every day for the last couple months is shit because of my back, obviously. But I had to go to my fucking parents' house in Brighton to just print off a handful of stories. I couldn't get internet at all. Comcast was down. And so that at least finally came up, so we're allowed to be live on YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff.
Hi, YouTube. Hi, Facebook.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to drive an hour there, print stories for an hour, and then hustle back here. So E could do his show, and yeah, we've got
Quite the day.
Yeah. And we had guests coming in today. Mm-hmm. Finally got that on the schedule. Nick Matthews, your insurance
The Nick
expert, is
Matthews.
here. Yeah. Hey, Nick, how are you? You want to sit in the chair real quick?
Come on in.
We won't overdo it. We won't make the people hate you. Oh my God! It
Nick
sounds-
Matthews from Your Insurance Expert.
Yeah. God, it sounds like a fascinating industry.
Oh, absolutely.
I cannot. Here, let me make sure I got you up enough. You want to put those headphones on? So
There you go. Now you can hear.
There. Is that better?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Professional
Get right
shit
up on the
now.
mic. Don't be afraid of it. I hate your industry. No offense. I
None taken.
cannot stand these people.
Well, but that's not. He's your advocate.
No, I understand, but the people
Yeah.
he's advocating for are driving me out of my mind. They're driving me out of my mind.
Tell us about the global referral process.
Yeah.
Would you, Nick?
Well, does your agent help you, Mike?
Is
Let's
this
start there.
no?
Do you know your agent's name?
No, Nick Matthews.
There you go. About to be.
Dude, the global referral process is the biggest. I can't go to the doctor's office and take a piss without getting a global referral.
Absolutely.
What is that about? When did this start and why?
It's the healthcare industry's way of managing cost, right? So
Okay,
Managing costs means
deny you
Yeah,
deny
service.
you-
Screw the little
deny
guy.
everybody, basically, until you really need it.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of hoops to jump through, and again, that's why you got to give your agent a call. I help my clients with that all the time.
Do you really?
I do.
Yeah, but I can't figure out why you've got me involved. Not you, but the industry. Like, I have a doctor's appointment at my primary care, and then I've got to go over to this pain specialist or surgeon to see what they want to do. And it's like, they throw their hands up. They're like,
That should be in
you
between
need
them. That's an A and B
You need a
conversation.
global referral to go see this person. I'm like, okay, that's your industry. Go
Right.
figure it out.
And
Why
unfortunately,
don't
you
you
get
call
screwed
them,
information.
get together on the same page, and leave me out of this?
Right. In a perfect world, that's how it would work, but, unfortunately, who gets screwed is you.
Right.
And again, that's where I come in and help people with that all the time.
No shit. So you know what to say to get the ball rolling on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what we need? We need to go back to faxes. You can just fax over a global referral.
They still use them.
Do they
They do.
really?
Yeah, they
Oh,
do.
Maybe
Doctor's
maybe
office
that's the
love
problem.
faxes.
Yeah, but I
He just gave a solution and then decided that it was also a
okay, I
problem.
thought that was a solution, but maybe that's actually part of the problem.
Well, you got to think
Hey,
it
it's a
out
very
sometimes.
fluid situation.
yeah, it's proving to be a giant pain in the ass, especially if you have to go to multiple specialists in a short amount of time. Because one day you can get someone helpful, and what do you know? It's like, hey, I've got an MRI schedule. They can fit me in tomorrow night, and they can do the global referral that day and get it in. Sometimes I've missed appointments because 2 weeks has gone by, no one's finished the process, and now they're like, yeah, we had to cancel your appointment for tomorrow. I'm like, I didn't even know I was supposed to do something.
You usually get that call at like 8 o'clock the night before for your 9
Right.
a.m. appointment.
Right.
I haven't got that global referral yet. Anything you can do on your end? Like, no, not now. I can't.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's 10 seconds worth of work, but it's
Really?
a process.
But it's work.
Yeah.
it's a process.
Getting somebody to do it.
How do you get more PT sessions out of them?
Rehearse yourself. Hurt something else.
Switch companies mid-year.
Really? Wait, I didn't think you could do that. Insurance
talk about it off
companies?
air.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
All right.
Okay, you need
I like
an
the way
expert
you
in your
operate,
corner.
sir. I like the way you operate.
Damn right.
It seems like, no offense, so you can't take any. Seems like the most boring industry on planet Earth, insurance.
It is.
But you seem to kind of get off on it.
I do.
Why?
Why? It's I found a niche. I came from working in restaurants, bartending and serving, and I finally found a niche in something that I could help people with.
Yeah.
And it just turns out the more people I help, the more clients I get, the better my business goes. So do I love insurance? No, who does? But I love the lifestyle that comes with it, and the freedom and things like that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for being a supporter. I hope people reach out. This is always makes me nervous because disappearing for a year and a half, I never know what I'm coming back to as far as audience size goes.
We were waiting for you, Mike.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that a lot. I really do. But I met with Mark and Jay yesterday, and they're like, "How's things going?" I'm like, pretty good, I guess. I don't know, who's hanging around and who cares, and it's just one of those things. It was what when Jay and I were negotiating, a buyout for the company, and it was like, I don't know what I'm coming back to. I don't know what how can you value something I walked away from a year and a half ago?
Sure.
Like, how do you do that?
No value with no show.
Yeah, but I'm really glad. I think your way of doing it is really cool. Where it's like, I don't even care if you come on as a client of mine. I'm here to help and help people navigate these really uncertain areas because a lot of people don't know about this stuff. It's why Mark and Jay are great with LPL Financial because a lot of people don't understand their finances and a lot of people don't understand their insurance. So
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
we need more warriors on the front line fighting for us.
Read that for me, will you?
There you go.
Absolutely.
And you could have got into radio. You got the pipes
Yeah, he
for radio.
does. Yeah, he does.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah. Get right up on that mic. Be proud.
Yeah. This is your moment.
This part of the show is brought to you by Your Insurance Expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert.
That's
is an
you.
Expert. That is me, Jesus. Thank you. Expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Give me a call, 248-914-1173. Again, you have questions, concerns, give me a call, I'll help you out.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Thank you, buddy. Thank
Excellent.
you. Good enough.
Well done.
Have a seat. Enjoy the show.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, thank
Really
you.
great meeting you.
Yeah, thank you for the support. You brought your friend Nicole in. Got some questions for her later too, as a nurse. But yeah,
Hello,
thank you.
nurse.
Hello, nurse. How do
Keep
we
drinking
feel,
those claws.
How do we feel about Leo DiCaprio? I'm kind of mixed on this guy.
How can you be mixed? I mean, how can you have anything but sheer envy?
Well, yes.
All right. What's
Outs-
the mix?
Well, the global warming push.
Oh,
Where he's just scolding everybody
Mm-hmm.
who's not him as he flies globally across the world in super yachts and
Yeah.
super jets.
Yeah, the elites
just-
really need to just shut the fuck up on that.
Yeah,
let's
they
just
do.
sit this one out.
But as far as what you're talking about, his track record with the ladies it's unimpeachable.
It is indeed.
He
Yes.
seems to have
It's first ballot Hall of Fame, team
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
No doubt.
and I don't know why I don't have any problem with it. I think both parties are making out.
Yeah,
Hell, I date Leo DiCaprio.
If it's yeah. If you can do it, do it.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, when you start off on Growing Pains as a child actor and then work your way into, arguably the biggest movie star in the world.
Pretty close.
I don't know who else you'd put up there.
The Cruise, not even. He's
Yeah.
douchey now, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's Leo has recently broken up with his girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah,
too
just
bad.
A month after she turned 25.
Oh, yeah, she aged out.
Yeah, dude, this is almost to the level.
lease was up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, time to get a new one.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and there's a history and a track
What,
record.
is that
I'll
a
share with you.
sunspot on your face? Get out.
Yeah.
Is that a wrinkle I see on your face?
Oh my God, is that?
Go.
Are you starting to get a crow's foot?
go.
Fuck out of
Time
here!
to
It's time for you to
go.
beat it. Yeah, he's got
I knew what this was.
He's got a pattern
Right.
on display here. Giselle Bundchen. He was with her from 2000 to 2005. Got 5 years out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
She was 18 to 23 during that relationship.
Yeah, that's right. He's right in
For
the
real,
wheelhouse.
like I know you're kind of not really kidding, but kind of kidding about it.
I'm
like,
not fucking kidding
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not either.
No, but for real, when these end, I mean, these are not regular relationship endings. Like, you know, regular people, people change. Like, I wonder what the reasons are given. Like, you know, he sits this person down.
You know what it usually is? It's usually they're too busy with their careers.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But
when,
I would believe a lot of that. When you're on different sides of the world shooting a project here, and every one of his girlfriends, what do you know, turns into a model and a movie star.
Well, then you got to
wannabe.
just go get another 18-year-old or 21-year-old now. At least he's up in the,
Yeah.
But when
the
Leo
minimum
really sits
age.
down, though, you know, he sits her down and
Yeah.
goes,
Hey, listen.
what is that conversation like?
Well,
what is said in that conversation?
Probably started with the conversation. Okay, here's the deal. In about 4 years,
Yeah.
we're going to have a talk.
But you're going to have a wonderful
It's going to
4
be a
years.
great 4 years.
Magical.
Yes.
Take what you can learn
There'll
from
be a
this.
nice little parting gift, a little severance package on the way out.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, I'm sure there's
Yep.
something.
Sure, I'll take care of you.
A little Derek Jeter like, or was it? No, not Derek Jeter.
Yeah, it was Jeter.
Yeah,
with
was
the-
it Jeter like
Autograph the basket.
baskets?
He claims that's total bullshit.
Too many people seem to say that it's not, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I believe that they're there.
The rumor was for years in New York that he would have one night stands with women, and then he would send them downstairs to his driver to take their ass home, and
Yeah.
there would be a gift basket
Little
with a couple
memorabilia and shit.
autographed baseballs and shit.
Yeah, and then he had a rerun. That's how it came out. Everybody thought it was cool as shit, and then he had a retap that he didn't
yeah,
realize.
that he didn't.
Oh, and he
and
did-
then sent it back down, and she got the same basket again. She was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
You know what would have been nice? I think there should have been without the basket as well, but there should have been a little, you know, green screen or something on the way out where you get a photo, you know, with him or something, or like a cardboard photo. Like some guy comes up there with a Polaroid. Here you go.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's the point. Is no pictures.
Yeah, well, obviously,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but see if he would have had that, maybe he would have remembered there was a.
No, he would not.
I'm just kidding. Of
he
course.
definitely would not.
It's got to be so weird to be that famous in a sport like Kobe famously when he
Yeah.
first started dating Vanessa.
Yeah.
He would bring her back to the place and then watch highlights of himself on Sports Center all
right.
night
Right?
and make her watch highlights of him.
See what I did here?
If he had taken
You could do
photos,
that in a million
though,
years.
how many photos I wonder would have been on the wall? Like if there was a wall
Oh,
For,
boy.
for who? Leo?
for Jeter.
Oh,
'Cause if
Jeter,
you-
yeah.
I mean, would it be 500? Would it be?
You know, and at least he leaned into it. You know,
Yeah.
look, I'm just gonna be a bachelor. I'm just gonna fucking bang chicks. And
No, he
hit
didn't get
home
married,
runs.
right, for the
Yeah,
longest time.
There's nothing wrong with it. Do what you
Leo
gotta
did
do.
the same thing. That was Leo's game plan, too.
Oh, exactly right.
Clooney
Yeah.
too, by the way.
Yeah.
Clooney
Yeah.
did the same thing.
Yeah.
Not getting
Clooney held
married.
out till like 60 before he married them
No.
all.
God, could you imagine that Mount Rushmore putting that trilogy together?
Yeah.
That team photo.
Yeah.
And when did he decide though? At like 60, you know, he's just like, okay, I kind of been there, done that. I
He's
guess
just gonna
I'll-
keep upping the minimum age. At six,
Right.
when he's six, he's got to be close. What is he in his 50s now?
Who?
Leo.
Leo's 47.
47. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he's older than that. But
Yeah.
still, it's
So
just going to
he's-
be now. It's going to be like the minimum age is going to be like 23.
Do you think he's lost
Maybe
it?
not. Maybe 21. That was the only bump he's going to get.
It just seems weird that this, like, it seems like when he's 18, he'd be banging 18-year-olds and whatever and whatnot. And I get it. You know.
No, when he was 18, he was probably banging 30-year-olds.
That's the
Right.
thing, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
But if you go to Bar Raffaele was next, 2005 to 2011. She was age 20 to 25.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a pattern.
There's not a single one that makes it past 25, just for the record. Not one. It's literally around the 25th birthday where it's
Yeah.
like, all right, bitch, time to go.
I wonder
After
what
the
it is. I wonder if
relationship,
he knows something that we don't about the 25 mark.
Yeah,
just
they stopped
strictly-
looking hot.
I'm not going to say that. No. Because listen, everyone that he drops at 25 is a smoke show.
yeah.
Smoke show.
I mean,
you're
she's
right.
a Sports Illustrated model.
Yeah.
Bar Raffaele, I think I'm saying her name right. Giselle Bundchen, obviously married to Tom Brady now.
Now, yeah.
That must have been weird because Giselle's tall as hell, and Leo's not.
No.
Leo's like my size.
Yeah, well.
I mean, much
Well, he's an
thinner.
actor. I mean,
Yeah.
Toes to toes, your nose are in it. Nose to nose, your toes are in it. Isn't that what they say?
I think
yes,
so.
I guess,
Sure.
sure. I didn't pay attention enough, so I'm going to guess it was right.
Okay, good enough.
So yeah, the Bar Raffaele, the actor, Leo's relationship with Bar ended after 6 years of dating. Just coincidentally, same time she turned 25.
Yep.
So we got 3 here.
Blake
right, at this point?
Lively. Blake was age 23 during their relationship.
For a 2-year stint.
Yeah, he just did a couple years, 12 months. So 24, she was gone.
Gotcha.
Aaron Heatherton. Aaron was 22 during their relationship. Victoria's Secret angel. It's amazing. You know, we've talked about this ad nauseum on the show over the years.
My
It's
favorite
amazing
topic.
that they don't ever find their soulmate in the homely fucking girl. You know, the out of shape, dumpy one, but it's just got a killer personality.
Really, really good personality.
It just so happens that it's always a Victoria's
Well,
Secret angel or
Perhaps
Sports
that's why it's not
Illustrated
working
model.
out for them.
They're not
Maybe.
looking deeper.
That's why, exactly. It's all superficial.
Yeah, like Mike,
Go ahead.
like Clark used to say, you can only play the same golf course so often.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but so many times before it gets old.
True.
Maybe that's what he's running into. He's playing that golf course for 6 years,
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't have to be here. I don't have to do this.
And that's why I said I'd love to know behind closed doors what that conversation, how it really goes down.
Yeah.
If it even does go down with him, dude, it could literally be he flies her out, tells you he's going to meet her somewhere.
Yeah,
Hey, let's meet
that's
in,
it.
you know, wherever.
Just change the locks.
and then just
Just don't call the car for her one
Yeah.
time.
he
It's
can
over.
change all his content. He doesn't need anything. He can change everything, pay to have it all just gone. Hey, she's gone. See ya.
Tony Garin, I don't know who that is. I'm assuming she's a supermodel.
I was going to
And
say,
not
probably
some-
Smoke Show.
Not some ex-housewife from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm just
Is it at
gonna
least
guess.
Tony with an I, or do you
Tony
take
with
a-
an I,
All right, maybe
age
should take
20 to
walk to the
21.
other side for a minute.
According to tabloids, Garin broke it off after Leo was spotted leaving a Miami nightclub with 20 chicks. You got to respect, game respects game, right?
Yeah, you would think.
She's a German fashion model.
Oh, wow.
Shocker.
Huh.
I thought it was going to come up with accountant maybe or
Yeah, right?
Nope.
fast food worker.
Yeah,
Not-
make a lot of
perhaps
sense. I mean, his game is way more on point than Tiger's was. Tiger was grabbing Hooters waitresses.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Tiger
Yeah.
did not give a fuck. He
No,
just-
Yeah.
no, Tiger didn't care at all.
Yeah, he didn't understand his value.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Know your worth, King.
Leo does. Leo knows exactly.
Leo
his
knows
worth.
exactly
Look
what
at
his
this.
value
Just,
is.
just a regular girl like anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just
Sure.
you could see her, like I said, down at the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Working a shift.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. Leo pulled in with his car, and she went, "Can I take
Not that
your
hot.
order?"
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
little,
but
little fucked up in the face.
really.
I don't know. A little
I
horsey
don't know if
to me.
I'd really.
Yeah.
Face looks a little mushed, but
I mean, listen. I mean, okay, but
are you
we're talking
gonna
about Leo?
Are you going to take Leo to task for what he's dated? That could just be a shitty shot of her.
Okay, I'll
She still
I
looks.
thought, does this one do any more for you?
Yeah.
okay.
She got caught with a bad shadow light there or something. Because
Yeah.
that chick's a knockout. Are you kidding me?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
part
if
of
you
the
want to settle
elite
for a 9.
of the
Go
elite.
ahead. That's fine. do what you want to do.
And look at, I mean, you put the side by side. I mean, these definitely look like they go together at this point, right? Like that looks
Yeah. Of course.
right.
Why not?
Yeah.
Who is that?
They shouldn't even show his face.
think
It
that's
just
the same
shows
one.
wallet. Shows bank
Oh,
account.
I don't know who. I thought that was
Shows
the same
zeros.
one.
Yeah.
It was in Google.
Nina Agdal dated her from 2016 to 17. Nina was age 24 or 25 during their relationship. Things ended between Leo and the Danish swimsuit model as soon as she hit 25 in 2017. Camilla
It was
Marone.
just straight up a personal policy. Like he set this goal
Right.
early on. Be like, you know what? When I get so
Yeah.
fucking rich and I get fuck you money,
Right.
I'm just nothing over 25 ever.
Like
Yeah.
Elvis with the, you know, having kids, right? You know, they ain't going in there. That's gross.
Yeah, once they had a kid, that's gross, man. I don't need that vagina. That's gross.
You know what makes it more is the voice, to be honest with you. Like the thought of hearing Elvis.
Yeah.
Like,
And he would.
right.
Of course.
I mean, we interviewed his ex-wife, and she absolutely fucking said that was true. I thought it was gross, man. Once a woman had a baby out of her vagina, it's gross. I don't want nothing to do with it.
It's so funny.
it's all blown out now.
Because as Troy says, like maybe that was a thing as his kid, as a kid, or not a kid, but at its age where he's like, hey, you know what? That's it. Nothing over 25. So it's like this thing in humans when you can get to a certain level of fame or money that you can just set these standards. That's gross, man. You know, I had
gross.
a woman, I had a
Yeah.
kid before. Gross. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And you can just do it because you're Elvis.
Yeah, she could be 18. Had a kid. Oh, man, it's gross. Not going anywhere near that thing. It's gross.
I mean, I sing blue suede shoes. God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
With Leo, it's just like that. the pedophile group where it's like you age out.
Yeah.
Who's that dork that liked to hang out with Michael Jackson? Wanted to be Michael Jackson.
Oh, one of the Coreys?
One of the Coreys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feldman?
Feldman.
Yeah.
There was a point when it was like Michael wasn't interested in hanging out anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, you aged
Yeah, you
out,
got hair
bro.
on those balls. I don't want to play with them anymore.
You
I like when
aged
they're little
out,
and
son.
soft.
So this is like DiCaprio's version. He's just in the legal area, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Jackson was in this weird area where, for whatever reason, he was attacked. He had a rough childhood. So
Yeah.
why not diddle kids and ruin their childhood?
Isn't that how that works?
Yeah. But Leo's just in this like, nah, it's
And what's
gross. Anything after 25 is gross.
What's funny about it too is if you think like this doesn't, like you said, doesn't fall under any Me Too thing because they're not working for him. They're of age technically.
Oh,
But
yeah.
in the Hollywood that we are, as you said, like getting regularly, lectured at about how we should be living our lives. I don't care, and I know you guys don't care.
No.
But in reality, how does this track with like that whole mindset?
I don't think he gives a fuck.
No, I get
That's
it.
the beauty of it all.
I know.
He's not changing for anybody.
And it's not like it comes up, right? It doesn't come up in interviews. He doesn't, right?
No, it's weird. He's living life like an actor in the 90s.
Yeah.
In this woke age we're in, this
Yep.
really weird woke age, he's like untouchable.
Well, but
he
dude,
just
you don't-
goes on,
Yeah,
like-
but you don't hear any bad shit about him. You just hear about him banging young hot chicks,
Right.
getting rid of them. Like he's not. There's never any abuse or any misstatement or anything
No.
like that.
That's what I said.
They-
He is, like,
when
skirting
they get
back.
kicked to the curb, they never come back and talk shit about it.
Yeah.
So hey, do your thing. He's being a gentleman.
I wonder if
Sure, he's a
they're
very
paid off
generous
at the
lover.
end. Like
Look,
for real.
the fact is, I think if you were being totally honest and didn't think that you were going to lose your job over, you were going to get people pissed at you, if you were being honest, every guy in the world would exclusively bang 20 to 25-year-old girls.
I mean,
if they could.
If they could.
If given the choice. He just has the ability.
It's like
and
driving
he's
a
all in.
Ferrari or like a
Pinto.
a Buick.
Yeah.
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 Okay, Buick's fine. It
fine.
can
It'll
be
get you from
okay.
point A to B.
It's a decent Buick.
Gets you to the
there.
concert if you want, but
No Ferrari. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah. He got hooked up. This latest girl that he was with, Camilla Marone. Wait, is that her name? Camilla Marone. This is the one he just broke up with. It was Al Pacino. Al Pacino was banging her mom.
Really?
Yeah, and then introduced Leo to her smoking hot dog.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What year did The Departed come out? Is that when they met?
No, they've been doing stuff since before that.
Well, I know, but that's about the timeline. It's 5 years or whatever he's been banging this one, right?
6.
6?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
and that's where I know I'm kind of harboring on it, but I still really wonder like that.
By the way, I wonder if Pacino warns the mom, like, look,
Just so you know.
there's a pattern here. With this guy is gonna, your daughter's gonna have an unbelievable 5-6 years.
Better not. Bro code, dude.
Yeah.
Better not. He better not say anything.
Yeah.
It's breaking the law.
Yeah. True.
But that would be, again, to me, the thing, like, these girls, they start to date him. They have to know. And does it, like,
don't give a
come...
shit.
I know. I wonder if it ever comes up, though. Like, I wonder if it's ever... If it's just, like, honestly, they don't care. They're just like, yeah, I know
Isn't
in
it
2 years you're
possible-
going to dump me, or...
Isn't it possible though? Because all relationships go through the honeymoon period, and he makes them last more than most.
Yeah.
Most people get a year, 6 months,
Yeah,
9
there's
months, a
4,
year.
5, 6 years on a lot of these.
He gets 5 years. They can't possibly have much in common when you've got a 22-year age difference.
Right.
And they've been treated like royalty probably from the time they're in second grade. These girls,
Yeah.
like these absolute 0.0001% beauties of the planet are in no way treated normal. So nothing about their existence is normal. I don't remember where I was going with that, but
I'm gonna... Go
what?
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I wonder if... Dude, he doesn't have kids. By the way, you don't hear about that. I wonder if there's some fucking abortions going on here. I wonder if there's just, like,
Oh, if
what the
he's smart, he
situation...
snipped that shit a long time ago.
Yeah.
Don't even fucking play that game.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't think he has any interest in kids.
No, why would
That's my
you?
point. Oh, definitely, I don't
it's
think
a
so. I'm
fucking
just
anchor.
wondering how he's
Yeah, he'd have to
going
snip
about not
because-
making them happen,
Yeah, he'd have to.
Yeah.
or just have the Plan
But
B pills.
oh,
like a
I know where I
freaking-
was. I know where I was going.
Here you
that
go.
way.
Take your vitamin.
A relationship takes a natural turn after a few years.
Yeah.
And it sounds like maybe he puts in his 5-6 years, coincidentally all around that 25-year
That's
mark.
like a lease. That's
Yeah.
it. That's right.
Yeah.
You think he ever regrets it?
But he
like when he's like
probably doesn't-
65, like, oh, maybe I should change that age. Like, we're up it a little bit because
I think you were right the first time. I don't think he gives a shit.
I wonder, does he actually if in any level does he have a connection with these people? Like, is it just? I mean, they both have money. They're both hot.
you
Do
don't
they
date
have
someone
fun?
for 5 or 6 years without.
Yeah, you gotta have
But
something.
I mean, you can have fun. You can just, I mean, you go to literally front row any concert you want, or front row suites, whatever, private jets. Like, I wonder how many of them like does he have a real connection? Are they really like, hey boo,
Who knows?
or whatever?
Well, I'll ask him next time I see him.
Yeah, we'll find out when he marries one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. They end up settling down finally with one, like his boy did.
4 or 5 years, man. That's I'm impressed. I didn't realize that they were all. I knew that there was the series. I just didn't realize they all went that long. I always thought they were a couple years. It was
a lot of them
between
are
20 and 25.
Yep.
Bang them here, bang them there, kick them loose.
Yeah.
But
It sounds like he is living his best life, man.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
He's
and
living everybody's best life.
Everybody's, yeah. And I think he's a great actor.
yeah.
Oh, I love him.
I love Leo and stuff.
I do too.
so.
If he's in a movie, I for sure.
You know
I'm
what I
into
really
it.
liked? I have no idea what the hell it was called, but it was where he was on like an island. He lost his memory or some.
Oh,
what
yeah.
the hell was total brain fart on what the thing was called? Oh, but it was it was total mind fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was a really
It's like
good
a
movie.
mental hospital
Yeah,
on an
because he
island?
wasn't like a heartthrob. He wasn't the smart ass guy. You know what I mean? That
What
all
was
the
he
normal,
in there? Was he the
He was like a
patient or a doctor?
yeah, but there was some weird. Yeah, there was some weird twist. on
Shutter
all that.
Island?
Shutter Island.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you
yes,
very
yes,
much.
yes.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I need to watch that again because I
Gene?
don't. Huh?
Siskel, give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. There you go.
I would say this, and I'm not saying I haven't seen them all, but I don't know that I've seen a movie when he's been in that I haven't liked it.
Yeah, I'd have to really go through it and see.
But I'm just saying, like in my mind, I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen one where I've been like, I don't like this. I don't think. But maybe it
Yeah.
happened. I'm sure
I
he has
can't-
a bad movie. He must. But
I can't think of one off the top of the head, but I don't know.
All right, there's your homework. Find the shitty Leo movie.
Yeah, there's probably a few out
Oh,
there.
I'm sure
gotta
there's
be
some
some
dumb
turds out
independent
there.
one or
It's
something.
really hard to keep up with Tom Cruise's track record. If you look at Tom Cruise's IMDb, you'll be shocked at like the level of consistency.
Yeah.
You start getting into 10 deep into a movie
Yeah,
franchise.
exactly. That's a lot of.
But
those things.
still, it's I think from Tom Cruise's very first movie, Losing It, with Shelley Long and
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple unknown actors.
Yep.
One of my favorite movies.
Risky.
Fucking hilarious.
classic.
Risky Business.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
classic.
Yeah, it's great. Switching gears entirely.
Okie dokie.
I'm not going to trans yet. Don't worry, Easus. Southwest Airlines pilot. EU. What do you think of Southwest? Is that
I
are
mean,
you more of a Spirit guy?
I mean, yeah, because based on my most of my financial situation, yeah, I'm usually on Spirit.
Is there really
Southwest's
a
all right.
huge difference between Spirit and Southwest?
Honestly, I don't think it's a little better, but not much.
Yeah.
A little better, but not much.
Well, we've got a pilot, and they've got the grand authority to do whatever they want on their plane. Like if they,
There's a God clause for pilots?
yeah, sort of. If they
right.
don't like shenanigans going on the back, they can, like your parents driving cross country and like,
Don't make me pull this plane
pull
over.
this plane over.
Don't make me land this plane in Des
Dude,
Moines.
by the way,
Yeah, and that's what this pilot was doing. Don't make me pull this plane over on the side of a cloud here and kick you.
we
fuckers
had
off.
one of those when we were flying back from Hawaii. There was this lady that would kept refusing to put her mask on, and whatever. But they ended up dragging her in the back.
Excellent.
And fucking blah blah blah. And me and my
Beer
buddy,
senseless.
Did they pull out the duct tape? Those are the best.
They didn't
Duct
do
tape
that,
a
but
guy
they-
to a seat.
dude.
Yeah.
And he's just got to sit there in his own shame, like, oh
Yeah.
boy,
No,
how did I get here?
When that happens, they
Look
should
at me
they should
now.
duct tape them in the very first seat, and everybody as they walk off the plane gets to just like slap them and spit in their
Smack him.
face.
Ah, we don't
but we 100%
we don't condone
the dude
violence here, Troy.
Fuck you.
came over the thing and said, "Hey,
Gross.
we don't want to do this, but we will fly back to Hawaii if people don't put their masks on." And I'm like,
Do it.
Dude,
I
we're like
dare ya.
halfway.
Yeah.
Really? You're gonna?
You don't have the gas for that. Fuck
Dude,
you.
I know. That's the thing to me. It'd be one thing if
Well-
you're in fucking Denver and they're like, we're going to land it in Chicago instead of New York. But, like, you're really going to turn around
Hawaii.
Yeah,
to
in the middle of the
Hawaii
Pacific, go back to
and then get
Hawaii.
us all the way back to
Don't
would've
make me
said-
turn this Airbus around.
Right.
I would have been fine with. Oh, whoa, I got to go back to Hawaii. Whoa.
Are you going to pay for a hotel? I guess if they're going to pay for a hotel.
Well,
but-
this guy did just like parents. Don't make me pull this car over. He
Yeah.
threatened to turn the plane around when a passenger would not stop sending unsolicited dick pics in airdrop.
God, this happened
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
So this is because this just happened
I
recently,
know,
right? Yeah,
I know.
okay.
This is a new one,
my
totally
God.
unrelated. Guy's dropping dick pics all over the plane in
Is that not
airdrop.
like the easiest thing to trace? I would imagine.
Yeah, it says number coming from,
Yeah. Like
248, blah,
how-
blah, blah. Like, do you want to
Right.
accept this or not?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, sir. They'll just be waiting for you at the terminal.
Well, they were still on the ground when this guy
Couldn't
was like,
even-
"Oh yeah, everyone on the plane's gonna see my dick," and he just starts airdropping dick pics to passengers. And the captain comes on and he makes an announcement. He's like, they were going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. He said,
so here's the deal. If this continues while we're on the ground, I'm going to have to pull back the gate. Everybody's going to have to get off. We're going to have to get security involved, and your vacation is going to be ruined.
What did he say the reasoning was? Did he say?
So you folks, whatever that airdrop thing is, quit sending dick pics and let's get yourself to Cabo.
he said nude pics, but I know
Okay.
what he means. I know it's
Yeah.
not a chick sending her vagina to people.
Generally not.
Yeah.
What would your mindset?
Imagine if they had to like identify the assailant.
Yeah.
Everybody had to come out and drop trowel.
yeah,
There it
well,
is. That's the dick right there. No,
They
no,
do it-
fluff it up. I
they-
can't tell. You know, nobody sends a soft dick pic.
No.
right?
Well,
You're gonna have to fluff
you know what
that
they would
bad
do?
boy up.
They would do it like Rose, like when they're first seating you, like,
Yeah, everyone in first class cabin, we're going to need you to, all males to stand up, remove your pants, pull your dicks out really quick, and
3 quick helicopters, and we'll get this thing going.
one of our formerly hot but now fat, old, and disgusting sky waitresses will be by to examine your private parts in no time.
Oh man.
yeah. And then they
what-
just go all the way through and be like, and that guy's just sitting there red faced. Like,
He's
"Yeah,
in
it was me.
row
It was me."
74D.
Yeah.
Everybody else had to get their dick grabbed for him.
What do you think is going to happen? Like, what
Maybe he thought since he was going to Mexico.
Hey, everything
that-
goes.
Yeah, he was in no
All-inclusive.
jurisdiction. He was getting out of jurisdiction. He wasn't going to have any issues when he landed. No extradition between here and Mexico, right?
Right.
Sure. Southwest Airlines told the New York Post the safety, security, and well-being of customers and employees in the Southwest team is the Southwest team's highest priority at all times. When made aware of the potential problem, our employees addressed the issue to support the comfort of those traveling with us. And then he mentioned this isn't the first time, and they talk about the story that we
Okay.
did
Yeah.
in June.
I was gonna
Someone
say,
else,
yeah.
but he got busted because he had I believe he had his iPad open. And he was sitting there with his little tray
my
table.
God.
And he had his iPad open with dick pics of himself. And the lady
do
next
that
to him,
one.
she starts filming because she can see that he's airdropping dick pics to
Yeah.
fellow passengers on the plane.
I want this person, one of these people, not their lawyer, I want them sitting next to me and just like, what do you think is going to happen here,
Well,
dude?
what is the big concern? Okay, it's a male Panoose,
I get it.
Well,
right? It's-
Aren't they all?
Well, not always. I see what you did there.
No, go ahead.
No, but I mean, it's the harm caused by blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's a fucking picture of a dick. Get over it.
Yep.
There's 250 people on the plane. Really? You think someone's
And I
gonna-
would say you have to accept it. So if you want to go down some route like, oh, some kid might have seen
Can you
this,
see the picture
Oh, no.
before you decline or accept?
But you're accepting an airdrop from a number you don't know. That's kind of stupid because you know it means
because you
it's
do
in
have
your
to click to it.
vicinity.
It doesn't just like show up on your phone. You
Yeah.
have to actually accept it.
Yeah. And
I
so
wonder
you're-
I wonder if there's a loophole to that, to where you voluntarily accepted that message.
Well,
You know,
That's a good point.
yeah, like
Why- 'cause why would you
didn't
accept-
have to?
Yeah, but it
you
says
didn't have to open it.
unsolicited. The
Well,
prob-
because they didn't ask for it. But I'm saying that there's a difference between, like, just taking it out and being like, "Hey, look at my dick,
Look,
look at my dick."
I mean,
look at my
they
dick,"
did have
you
a
know?
choice of accepting or unaccepting an airdrop photo.
And they
why would you
chose-
think a person that you don't know the number for on your plane is sending you, where's it coming from that you think? It's not coming from even the airport. It's coming from on this plane.
the one
Calls are coming from in the house.
Right? Yeah, I was
One
thinking about
commenter
that.
said, "I'm going to turn this plane around and everyone's vacation will be ruined." Ha ha! Major dad vibes. Yeah, yeah. We can all write this. No,
Yeah, everyone's
shit.
not
I thought
gonna
it
be ruined.
said.
They're just gonna pull up to
Shut
the-
up, Jesus. Okay. Pilot has ultimate authority. He doesn't need a reason. If he doesn't like something, that's his choice. But he was like, no, it's. I guess it just didn't rise to the level. So he was.
Yeah.
He was cool on some level. A few dick pics.
knock
but
it off.
Knock it off, kids.
Don't make me come back there.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Dad will let you play that bullshit game for a little while.
Yeah.
But eventually he's gonna threaten to turn the plane.
We used to drive all the way up to Canada, like Easter and shit, New Brunswick. It's like fucking, I don't know, 20-hour drive, whatever. And we had the station wagon, of course, standard issue back in the day.
No
And
cell
me and my-
phones or
Yeah,
anything.
me and my sister back there fighting, fucking around all the time, you know. And my mom was quick, whack, just pow. So I thought I was slick because she went to get me one time, and I was like, "Bitch, nope, oh!" And I jumped into the way back, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't get me.
Good move. She lock up the brakes.
Nope. She no, she's Don's driving. She's passenger, so she's got free reign. Bitch pulled out a yardstick, straight up 3-foot wood yardstick, and was
From
like,
where?
Whack, whack. Well, and when she caught on, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna go on the way back? Okay, bring
right.
a yardstick
Give me a
this time."
yardstick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whack.
Yeah. We had some serious claims of
And-
child abuse back then.
My uncle Gordon, rest in peace, you son of a bitch. When we got there, first thing I did, jumped out of the car, took the fucking yardstick, ran into the woods and hit it. Right?
Went and found it. And
Gordon saw me, went go back there and didn't know
No.
anything about it, and goes walking back in there. And well, where'd this yardstick come from? Comes back and gives it to my mom. I'm like,
Hold
any
on.
idea why Troy would have put this out in the woods? She's like,
Wait a minute.
you motherfucker!
Well, it sounds like you did a shit job of hiding.
Why did you
Your
expect
hiding
anybody to go
skills must have
find
been
it?
Garbage.
I didn't expect
Would just
anybody to go
lean it up
find
against a tree for Gordo to find? I mean,
Listen,
you couldn't.
I had to hurry.
Sprinkle some leaves.
I
on
wasn't
top
gone
of it?
for 45 minutes to go
Does it
dig
take
a shallow grave.
45
for it.
minutes
I
to
just,
dig a leaf-filled grave.
just had to hide the thing, get it out of the car. It's a weapon.
I would say you failed. You let Uncle
know what's
Gordon
listen,
stumble
bullshit.
in.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that pesky Gordon.
What's bullshit about that for him is like either just mad up and like, dude, your boy tried to fucking hide
Well, he
this
had no
on you.
idea. Like he saw me run
But how-
out there and was like, "What?"
But that's my point, though. How could you not know, right? Like, so either just say, dude, he tried to, get a pull a fast one on you to your mom, or just be like,
I don't think he understood that my mom was beating
Beating
me
you
with
with
the
it.
yardstick either.
I.
Not sure that.
Does seem like someone would like. Why would you do it though? Why would you run in? I don't know.
I don't have
I'm
an
not letting
answer
him
for
off.
that.
I'm
Thanks
not
for
letting
ruining
him
my
off the hook.
story.
Is my point.
Jesus Christ!
It was a
I'm not
great
gonna tell
story.
him- I'm not going to tell anymore. He
I'm
ruins them
dissing
all.
on him like you called him a son of a bitch. I'm agreeing.
It's my uncle. I can do that.
Okay, well,
RadioFor1.com, everybody. If you're looking for t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, hats coming soon, mugs, perhaps
Gross.
Yetis. Yes, all coming soon. Gross as that may sound. So the merch is available. Amazon link is there. Amazon Canada is there for our neighbors to the north. Groupon, MyPillow, use promo code TDC. Had dudes blowing out everything. Dawn just sent us some more coffee.
Oh, good.
By the way, did you bring the box in? Was that you?
Is that what it was? I saw the
I-
box. I didn't know what it was.
I saw my name on it. That's the first thing. It's like, oh, is this goodies for Troy or is this goodies for me? And I saw my
I'm always
name
so
on there.
disappointed when I go,
I know, so am I. I'm
I just
bummed.
shuck it.
Throw up. But then I saw the top return thing and it just said Mike Lindell for my pillow. And I was like, oh, Mike Lindell's sending me shit.
Coffee.
Coffee. It's good. It's good. You're going to like the coffee. Give it a try. I'm serious.
Whose coffee is it?
It's my coffee.
There you go.
Yeah. Sign up to become a Patreon member. That's the best way to support the show. There's tiers for everybody. It's been a little lackluster of late. The last couple. It's been crazy around here. I'm so sorry. Either Troy's gone or I'm gone. I'm living at PT. Ease in and out. I promise you, we'll get better at dropping.
We can
more
barely
stuff in
get
there.
him here to do the regular shows.
Yeah,
So-
it's a nightmare getting me down here. So I apologize, but please, I know a lot of you ask how you can support the show. That's the best way to do it. All right, with that, some video casting some doubt on a story. These are some of my favorite stories. These
There's Vidya.
no, well, yeah, there is. I'm not going to bother playing it, but it's at Duke again. Oh, remember Duke lacrosse?
Oh, I remember.
yeah. You got me that wonderful sweatshirt
Yes,
last Christmas.
Absolutely.
I
That's
love
a
it.
very thoughtful gift.
Oh, dude, it was one of the nicest gifts I've ever gotten because if you didn't know any better, getting a Duke lacrosse sweatshirt, I mean, if you know, you know.
If you know, you
If
know.
you know, you know. They were falsely accused of rape, that whole team. And they were a national champion or number one ranked team in the country. And the whole town lost their shit, like these white, entitled, rich boys taking advantage of girls. And it turned out to be a total hoax bullshit story. It was debunked like crazy.
One of them bitches.
Yes, but their careers were ruined, and I'm sure they'll be fine. They went to Duke, but still, you got a chance. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity to play in a national
You can't go
champion.
on from there. Is there professional lacrosse?
No, but winning a national title would be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I mean, and they
sure.
were for sure the favorite to win that. So, getting a Duke lacrosse sweatshirt, if you know, you know.
Exactly.
I love it. So,
And the powder blue really makes your eyes pop.
oh yeah, well, make your eyes pop more than mine, but thank you.
So what happened now to these poor
Well,
bastards?
a volleyball player, and I'm sorry, I don't believe these stories. There's been too many. Too many. Claims a man repeatedly shouted racial slurs on the sidelines of a game.
Okay.
The N-word, just dropping the N-word left and right at a Duke fucking women's volleyball game.
and they're the only ones that heard it?
Yeah, no one else
Because
heard
he
it.
was the only one at the
Dude.
fucking volleyball game.
Right?
The only person in attendance?
right.
Video of the game does not appear to show the incident. Huh.
Oh, there's actually
Casting
video
doubt.
of the game?
So you want me to believe that someone is in her serve backswing, is repeatedly yelling the N-word at her, and nobody pulled out a camera and recorded it after the second or third incident.
And nobody else can corroborate the story? Nobody else heard it?
There is video of it, but it's crazy that nothing was picked up on the video.
Yeah, he was smart. He knew when the camera was anywhere near him. He just abstained.
Rachel Richardson, a sophomore at Duke, said a man in the stands racially heckled her and eventually threatened her during Friday's game against BYU. My fellow African-American teammates and I were targeted and heckled racially throughout the entirety of the match. The slurs and comments grew into threats, which caused us to feel unsafe.
Okay.
Game officials and BYU coaching staff were repeatedly informed about the incident, but failed to act both during and after the game. As a result, my teammates and I had to struggle just to get through the rest of the game.
Now, is this just out of curiosity? Was this a game that they were probably heavily favored in and shit the bed and lost?
I don't know. I think they were on the road at BYU.
Okay.
Which is a pretty, I mean, you're not going to get much whiter than BYU.
Yeah, that's
Mormon.
Yeah,
but
that's Jackson's college.
Yeah.
Michaels.
Brigham Young. Yeah. Yeah.
I got to throw dad jokes in once in a while. He's still trying to figure it out.
I don't know. Yeah.
Where did Michael Jackson go to college? Brigham Young.
Yeah.
You get it now?
Yeah. I
Got
gotcha.
it? Can you explain the joke to people?
Yeah, because he likes the young kids. Bring them young. Bring
Okay.
them to me young.
Very good.
I didn't just totally. I mean,
Okay. I'm glad you picked
I
up the
admitted
fact
that I
he
didn't
still
get it
was
at first.
confused.
Yeah.
I can just tell when he's got that glazed over look, like he's trying to figure it out. Like, what is BYU? I don't know.
Yeah, he's
I thought
laughing,
it had
but
something to do with his
internal
dad's
brain is just
name.
going, I don't know what I'm laughing at. I'm just laughing along with everybody else.
I see other people laughing like a dog, and I feel like I should be laughing.
Yeah.
Pavlovian.
Yep. So as a result, my teammates and I had to struggle just to get through the rest of the game instead of just being able to focus on our playing so that we can compete at the highest level possible. This is an opportunity to dig deep into closed cultures which tolerate amoral racist acts, such as those exhibited Friday night, and change them for the better. It is not enough to indicate that you are not racist. Instead, you must demonstrate that you are anti-racist. Okay, you've been brainwashed by Ibram X. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that says. That statement is literally defines Ibram X. Kennedy. And while I can define Ibram X. Kennedy, he cannot define racism, as we all saw.
Yeah,
we watched video of that.
of course, he said it
Fucking
perfectly.
clown.
He said race like 9 or 10 times
Yeah.
in the definition of racism.
The definition of racist is people saying racist things against other races. Wow, that clears things up. Thanks, Ibram. Thanks, Professor.
God damn, I can't even get the score because everything is just about the damn racist thing.
Well,
I want to get the score.
They know no one in the world gives a shit about women.
I know.
Duke
I do.
volleyball. You do in this case. Who do you got? If we're gonna gentlemanly bet.
See, that's exactly what I think happened. I think they were heavily favored to smoke the crackers at BYU, and then they got out there and they got hammered.
Yeah,
they
maybe.
lost, and they had to start coming up with shit excuses of why they were rattled
Yeah.
and couldn't win the game.
By the way, Ibram X. Kennedy's thought that it's not enough to indicate that you are not a racist. Instead, you must demonstrate that you are anti-racist. I would disagree. Full stop. I think it is enough to just not be racist. Don't try to make me a fucking on the street activist in your little warped world.
You would hope,
sir. I think it's good enough for me just not to be racist. I don't need to go picking fights with everybody and not give anybody the benefit of the doubt of what they meant. And I'm sorry, Duke volleyball women's team. I don't believe you if you're telling me that repeatedly throughout an entire match, a white guy is yelling the N-word at a black girl and nobody has video of it. I don't believe it.
No.
Am I crazy?
No, there's no way. No way. I mean, the first time somebody said it, they would have been like screaming and pointing
and
them
probably jumped him in the stands.
out. Right. Well, not in BYU.
Maybe.
The Mormons are a gentle bunch.
A police officer had to be placed by Duke's bench. So the allegation was made by Richardson's godmother, Lisa L-E-S-A Pamplin, who said her goddaughter was called the N-word every time she served.
Wow.
A police officer had to be placed on Duke's bench. Pamplin also said that later, on the way back to the
So
team
did the
bus,
police officer hear it?
No. Way on the team bus, Richardson was threatened by a white male who told her to watch her back. However, video
Well,
of
perhaps that's for falsely accusing people of saying the N-word over and over.
right.
Nah,
So
you know.
here's the end of the story, though. The video of the entire game is posted on YouTube. Does not appear to show anyone yelling slurs at any point, and so far, no cell phone footage of the incident has surfaced either. The video also does not appear to show a police officer near Duke's bench at any point.
Huh. Weird.
BYU issued an apology, though, within hours.
Of course they did. Of course they did. They
saying
had to.
they banned a racist fan who was identified by Duke. He's not a BYU student, despite sitting in the student section. He's now banned from all their events. The incident attracted support for Richardson from several high-profile figures,
of course.
including Utah Governor Spencer Cox and LeBron James.
Oh, Bron.
Yeah.
Thanks for chiming in on that one.
I want to say Pamplin, the godmother of this, is an activist of some sort.
Okay.
So just to sprinkle a little context, a little color.
Okay.
By the way,
I see what you did there.
See what I did there?
it looks
do.
like going into the game, BYU was 1-0, Duke was 0-1. According to this, by the way, there's attendance of 5,500 people.
Oh, well, there should be plenty of witnesses.
Who do you
then.
got? Who do you got? I'll give you the usual mortar.
I got BYU. I recall BYU won the game.
Okay.
Oh, did you guys not know? Did you know who won?
No, I still don't.
BYU won, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And pretty handily, I should say, by the way.
Go
See?
Whites. I don't think there's a more white area of the country than BYU.
You know what's funny?
Maybe Vermont.
It's not listed in Duke's website. It's like it shows
the score?
Like it doesn't show whether the game even happened. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, no, it says BYU at BYU. Oh, I don't know why. Oh,
I'm not taking your word
never
for
mind.
that. E.
Never mind. It's here.
Nailed it.
I saw this blue with a Y. I thought this looked like Yale to me, and I was like,
It sort of does.
actually BYU is ranked number 10. So see, I thought that was
Okay,
Yale. I
maybe.
didn't see that part.
All right.
Okay.
yeah,
Which
gotcha.
college did Mr. Burns go to? Yale or
Yeah.
he went to Yale, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's one of my favorite comments from him ever leaving a Yale Harvard game. He's like, I don't even know why Harvard
Bothers
bothers to show up. They barely even beat us this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fuck, there was some great writing.
Actually,
there.
right
Oh,
after
yeah.
that is kind of is a good one too, because he goes, "Well, the game doesn't matter. You know, I met all my friends, everyone I met, all my friends I met here at Yale." And some guy comes up, "Hey, Burnsy, how's it going?" He's like, ugh, he just closes the window, doesn't want to talk to him. Get him out of here.
Favorite character on this.
Yeah, he's great.
No doubt.
But yeah, they did lose for whatever matters. But
I wanted to play a video for you. I cannot have in-studio guests without doing a trans story. It'd be a disservice
Yes, it would.
to this show.
You guys are lucky that you happened to come on a day when we were going to do a trans story.
on a
Yeah.
day to begin
Very,
with.
very, very fortunate.
Can you pull it up, Isis?
Which
It
one
has
is
been-
it?
No,
Is
it has been how many days since
Oh
we
yeah,
did a
yeah,
trans
yeah.
story?
It is a day.
Hey, they're making it easy. I'm sorry. They're making it very fucking easy for us to
Where
do
is it?
this.
There we go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
see, there you go. I don't know if you can see that.
You got to turn
Nick
around, I
Cole.
guess. But
Setting the standard in quality and excellence. 0 days without a trans story. So it refreshes every
We had to
time.
reset the clock.
the day ends with Y, doesn't it, Mike? You know what I mean?
Absolutely does, Isis. You know, the thought for a lot of people is, where does this end? And it's like, children. Well, you would never go after children. You would, and then when people go, oh, they're starting to go after fucking children with, plucking tiny titties out or, doing vasectomies.
Yeah. Good old pube blockers. Don't
Pube
forget
blockers.
that.
Yeah. And those are fun too. When you see someone's voice change to this.
Totally reversible, too.
Yeah, totally not reversible, but sure.
That's not what
Totally
they say.
reversible.
They say it's totally reversible.
Yeah. I don't think you count unless you go bottom surgery. I'm sorry. Bore a hole.
Yeah, if you don't have
lop
it.
it off, bore a hole, and then spend the remainder of your life jamming yourself with the biggest, thickest, blackest, veiniest dildo you can to keep that open wound going.
keep it open.
Got to keep it open. And my favorite part about that too
You
is
wasted money if you let her close up.
yeah. Well, it's a natural wound. It was not put there by God or whoever. So it is a wound that wants to heal.
They think that they're God.
Yeah.
They're acting like God.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for the
Even though no one believes in God here, right?
I can't wait for the explosion in senior living homes. That's what's going to be awesome because
You're going to have specialists.
you're going to have specialists that just churn butter on old fucking keeping that wound open when you're 93.
Well, you don't
can't do
need
it
it
yourself.
anymore.
Just
Yeah,
line
but
them up. Just have like a
you
jackhammer.
can't close up the urethra and everything. You're gonna have to keep that thing open and sort of operating and
Do
functioning.
you? I don't think it does.
Otherwise, you're gonna get urine back. Nurse, you're gonna get urine backed up into your system.
Oh yeah, you got to keep it open. I mean, listen. Once it shuts out, once it shuts, it shuts. Like your
Yeah.
ear piercings.
I know, but I figured.
You can stick one in there for a while,
Nipple
but
rings
eventually.
don't, though.
Yeah,
But that
I've
stuff
never
isn't
tried to
coming
pull
out
one
of
all the
there,
way
right?
back
Isn't
through.
that fake hole just a hole? That's not where the stuff is coming out of, right?
All I'm saying is,
Depends if you rework the plumbing or not.
Okay.
If you go the whole full Monty, I think yeah. What are they going to do? You're going to pee out your butthole? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know.
Here's the thing I would say if I was giving advice to the community, if
Which
you
clearly.
yeah, and they love my input. I'm very knowledgeable about this.
Of course.
What I would say is if you've gone full bottom surgery to female, keep Neosporin out of the house.
You
You don't want Neosporin anywhere around that thing. You know what I mean? As many dildos as you want, no Neosporin.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's tough.
just some advice.
Tough room.
California doctor, because here's the thing too. They keep saying this isn't happening, this isn't happening, this isn't happening. But then you get internal, there's whistleblowers or internal video leaks out. There's a lot of Zoom calls. This was something going on at a Dr. Robert Moser, founder of the Gender Confirmation Center in where else? San Francisco. This guy loves mutilating children.
Yeah.
Like that's his jam.
I mean, he opened up a
Yeah.
clinic specifically for it.
He claimed, and I've got video of this to back it up in his words, that no child is too young to consider gender-affirming operations. So that's puberty blockers, what is it, the shaving of the Adam's apple, the restructuring of the
Yes,
shoulders.
and they use the word operations, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So the remarks actually were in 2021. They've come out again. Robbie Starbuck, I guess he's a Tennessee congressional candidate. I don't know who that is.
Starbuck?
Starbuck, yeah. He said he tweeted this out and said Dr. Moser said he's super committed to gender surgery and has always been drawn to things that are deeply impactful. What he means by that. You want to watch the video of the guy?
Can't wait.
Check it out. I think it's a couple minutes long.
Me. So I'm super committed to gender surgery. In the past, I used to do cosmetic surgery. I'm a board certified plastic surgeon.
Sure.
And I've always been drawn to things that are deeply impactful. In the GCC,
That is definitely
Gender
impactful.
Confirmation Center in San Francisco, we kind of have these like secret missions.
Secret missions.
Now that it's on the slide, these public secret missions, which are, one of them is that we try to live with our values 30 to 40 years in the future. So, and that puts us in a mindset of extreme affirmation, because affirmation at that time is a foregone conclusion. This is a time in the future when gender is just a thing. Nobody makes a big deal out of it.
Nah,
People are
nobody.
being screened as children and
So you're
adolescents
predicting
for
the
their
future
gender
then,
journey,
eh?
and appropriate
Thanks,
steps are
Nostradamus.
taken to get them involved in a multidisciplinary process to get them where they need to go. That's the future. I do not have a minimum age of any sort in my practice. There's no chronological age that says you don't get surgery. Now, having said that, I don't think I've ever done a consult on a 12-year-old yet, but we would if one
Yeah,
came our
hell yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Because
wait,
we
I'll
haven't
do
had
it.
reason
Can't
to.
wait.
You got the money.
And
I'll
then we've
fucking
done a
do it
number of
all day.
13-year-olds who we did consults on. I think I've done one or two 13-year-old surgeries.
Oh, you
For the
think,
most part,
Pawsey.
it's 14 and up. That by the time
14
everything
and
comes
up.
together,
I mean, I haven't done any 12. That would be just.
Can't.
Yeah,
It's one or two surgeries on 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Shit tons of 14-year-olds. But
Yeah, from
I don't
14, yeah,
think
that's
he can't
my-
even remember.
But this is not happening. Don't
He-
forget that this is not actually happening.
This is not happening.
No.
No. And we'll probably be. Are we not kicked off YouTube yet? I'm shocked if we're not, to be honest with you. Journalist Christopher Rufo pointed out that Moser charges between $8,500 and $10,000 for the procedures, meaning his practice has made up to $20 million on them. Gender ideology is a booming business.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
This is a guy with a God complex, trying to eat, look 40, 50 years down the road.
He's not living in today.
Nobody cares about
No,
gender.
he's
Nah.
he's looking 30 years in the future. He's doing God's work. Is what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are behind the times. You'll be
madness.
thanking me in 30 years.
Yeah.
You'll be building fucking statues of me in 30 years.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We're going.
Yeah.
Plastic
or
surgeons.
we'll visit you in jail. You
We
fucking
see
monster.
the sort of horrific work plastic surgeons do. Just walk down any street in Southern California. It's hard to look at.
Butcher shop.
Where people they just cannot accept getting older. They're not 23 anymore. They're not 30 anymore. They're 50 and 60, and they want to be.
Is that the worst look
It's
ever?
the worst look on
cheeks
planet
and the
Earth.
fucking lips
It's
and
awful.
Oh.
And those plastic surgeons don't give a shit. They're all driving
I know.
Lamborghinis.
Yeah,
They
no,
don't
yeah,
care.
no.
They'll do whatever you want. And this
And it
is
snowballs from there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know your lips are huge, but if we plump those cheekbones right now, then they'll really
Yeah.
even your face out.
I mean, I don't know. The first the first rule of doctors is to do no harm. I don't know how you can look at some of those cases and say you're not doing harm. I mean,
I'm not harming your bank account. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
it's becoming harder for kids to undergo trans surgery and treatment in Florida. Doctors are complaining.
Oh,
We
no.
want to get these kids in here ASAP, but they're being mean and they won't let us. Medical professionals and parents are complaining that the controversial trans treatment of children, which can be irreversible, is
Can we
becoming.
parlay that into a double trans story?
Hell yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Segui.
That's what we do.
Nice.
Ron DeSantis is really bumming these people out.
Oh, good.
He said that doctors who perform this surgery on children should be sued.
Man, there's something to be said
I want
for that.
more of these surgeries done. I want all of these surgeries done. I really do. We got to get to the other side of this, So I wish DeSantis would shut the hell up, stay in his lane.
Yeah, we need some more buyer's remorse to come out.
Yeah,
Some Dick Be Gone remorse.
instant dick be gone.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to a point where they're just selling that in, party stores.
Just a little
Just change your gender overnight at
a little
home.
guillotine. You can
think
just
they're-
stick it in there and
Little
just
at-home
drop
kit.
it. Just chop yourself off.
There has
Comes with
to be.
it comes with an alcohol swab to make sure you clean the area. Little mini guillotine.
I'm gonna take it I can just stretch it way out and then just put it right back in, like inside out. Then you just get
There you go.
insta-vagine.
Instavagine. I like that.
Yeah.
Do you think there are more
painful.
guys
It's like
that
the OptiGrab.
try to become girls, right, than girls? You don't think so?
No. It depends age.
Because if you got older, guys are going to try to. Like,
Girls are way more influenced by their peers when they're younger.
Okay.
So girls that are coming out as trans now, it's like a clique thing in these schools.
Gotcha.
Is what studies are finding. So there's way more girls, that are getting affirmed. It's such an awkward time for kids.
Yep.
Especially
yeah.
elementary school and in the middle school and middle school is the worst.
Oh, 7th grade girls are the biggest cunts on the planet.
Who are?
7th grade girls.
Really?
No fucking doubt about it. Not even close.
You're a dad. You're a girl dad, so you would know.
Yep. 7th
Including
grade.
yours.
Across the board, I'm not going to, exclude my own.
Yeah.
Across the board, 7th grade
Fair.
girls, yeah. Just as a group, cunts.
Yeah, I can see that.
Really? I wonder why. Just a lot of hormonal changes going on?
it's the
or-
all of it. Yeah, they're clicky, they're twatty, they're
Yeah.
bitchy, they're all of it.
Yeah, it was so fun to
Can't
see.
understand normal thinking.
It was so fun to, when I as you know, I read Rainbow Fish to Jay's daughter's 2nd grade class.
Yeah, sure.
It was really hard because the author of the book was Marcus Pfister, and I actually said in front of the class of 2nd graders, Pfister, I barely know her, and that didn't go. It went right over the kids' heads,
Yeah,
which I
fine,
knew it
perfect.
would.
Teachers like,
Yeah, it's the Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. Pfister, I barely know her.
Mr. Boger, what are we doing here, sir?
Oh shit! And Jay was just fucking steam. He's never been so mad at me. This classroom of kids is sitting there they have no idea what any of it means.
That's the perfect joke.
it is
The perfect joke.
It's good
when
for
it goes
adults.
right over everybody's
Yes.
head. Like a good SpongeBob joke they throw in
Exactly.
there. The kids have no idea, but then the kids are like,
Yeah, but I made it. I made another appearance at their Christmas party, and it was like you could just see. I've told this story before, but you could see in that 2nd grade classroom, they're making their own hot cocoa, and they've got all the fixings. So they can do sprinkles, they can do peppermint sticks and stir it in there, and marshmallows and whipped cream, and they're just having a blast. And these kids all get along across the board, every one of them. And not to be creepy, but you can tell even at that age, like, yeah, that girl's going to grow up probably to be pretty damn cute. She's going to be beautiful. That kid's going to be ugly as shit. Like, you can tell early on, and it's like they haven't clicked off yet. They haven't grouped up where it's like, oh yeah, that kid's a dork,
Yep.
or that kid's going to be ugly, or that kid smells. They don't have that in 2nd
no,
grade
not yet. No.
But that's about the end of it, and then it turns progressively further and
7th
further. 7th grade.
There you go.
Get to 7th grade. I don't remember. I barely remember 7th grade. I remember the hot girls being kind of cliquey. They were really into Prince. It was kind of the Purple Rain era.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I remember when Prince came to tour, and they all loved the movie so much. They were just going crazy. But then they all went to the concert, and that next day they all come in with their fucking Prince Purple Rain tour T-shirts on.
I wish I saw Prince.
I saw him once, but one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
stand
so
by
great.
it, man. Yep. Thank you to Drew. He took me to a few of those shows, and it was
boy.
like, dude, seeing Prince, Elton John, believe it or not,
Yeah.
a few others I'm really glad I saw. Obviously, Grateful Dead with Jerry Garcia's
Right up
tops of
there.
the list.
Sure.
Tops of the list. So anyway, going back to this, DeSantis said the doctors who perform should be sued. Moreover, the Florida Department of Health has recommended against such controversial surgeries and puberty blockers, which can chemically castrate children. What's that drug called that they're using?
Is it the Flamont? Oh, no.
No.
No, it's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numerous pediatric centers have stopped taking on patients to their gender clinics and has ceased prescribing puberty blockers and hormones.
What is it?
Yeah, it's a Lupron.
Yeah.
Is it Lupron?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
You call yourself a professional.
We got a nurse in the house, and we're taking you to school on Lupron. I hope I'm right about Lupron, by the way. I don't know.
Something like that. Sounds about right.
I know the OR I don't want to go to.
This is so this guy Michael Haller's complaining. He's chief of pediatric endocrinology at the University of Florida. This is another example of politics interfering with the inviolability. Stop using big words, dickhead. Inviolability?
Unavailability?
No. I don't know what that word means, and he did that on purpose.
Inavailability?
No, it's not. It's inviolability.
Okay.
You want to show it to Troy? You might need to show it to him.
No, I think INVIL, right? INVIL, ABILIT, Y.
Have you ever seen that word in your life?
Inviolability. Volatile.
Inviolability. It's invile.
All right, yeah, good enough. Inviolability. Sure.
Anyone.
I didn't see the O in there. I didn't know that was coming.
Yeah, I didn't. I know it looks like Viola Davis if I'm first looking at it. So, of the doctor-patient, okay, the inviolability of the doctor-patient relationship.
Okay.
So
that you can't violate.
right.
So
So
in violation of, that is a term for in violation of. You just kind of
Yeah.
that
So is this
shit
a
all
HIPAA
together?
issue? Is this sort of like complaining this is some sort of HIPAA issue? Getting involved with?
Probably something. Along
Okay.
those- If the doctor feels like that's what's in the patient's best interest, then politics should stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, politics is driving it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. I expect to see additional situations in which parents are forced to seek care outside of our state.
Okay.
Oh, Timmy wants his dick cut off, and he's got to leave the state to do it. He can't do it in Florida.
Pot meet kettle. Kettle, pot.
Classic introduction. Miami's Nicholas Children's Hospital is one of the facilities no longer taking on kids in its program, gender program. Hospital has even removed the gender page from its website due to a number of factors. Yeah, parents going apeshit.
Pushback.
Pushback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird how that
Fly under the
happens.
radar for a long, long time.
Yeah, you
Curtains
sneak a
were
couple
pulled back.
through here and there, and but now you want to start trying to make it the norm and mainstream. You get a little pushback.
Sib Gallagher.
All right.
Sounds good.
You tell me. Again,
I'm not going to.
And the last name's Gallagher.
Gallagher.
All right, married, obviously.
Tell me that's not Sib.
Sid Hibba. Sidba.
Sid.
Sid SIDHBH. Sidba. Sidba.
Gallagher. Johnson.
Just fucking rolls right off the tongue.
Well, Mrs. Johnson. Johnson. Nice to see you again in the office. She's a Miami plastic surgeon specializing in gender transitions.
Oh,
so
goody.
is that the shaved cheekbone type things? And
Sure.
I'm assuming Adam's apple work,
Yeah, whatever needs to be shaved down.
Yep.
Let's shave it.
including on children, said that hospitals are unwilling to allow her to use their operating rooms to perform such surgeries on kids. Oh, this stinks. I wanted to commit these surgeries on these kids, but they won't let me in there anymore. Patients are scared. They're upset. These are powerful bodies that are targeting them. Could argue the same thing the other way. Pot, again,
You
meat
could.
kettle pot.
Exactly.
A mother of a 16-year-old biological girl complained that her child's double titty removal, otherwise known as a mastectomy, was canceled at last minute at Tampa General just days before it was scheduled.
Oh.
So this 16-year-old girl was dying to get those things plucked out. Mom was all fired up too.
That's like the pardon at 11:59 coming through.
The governor.
There. That's what
Hello,
it is. From
governor.
the governor.
After the surgery was canceled in June, Mom's like, not good enough. We're getting these titties removed right now. Drove to Chicago overnight.
Oh, way to go, Mom.
Yep.
Real
yep.
fucking MVP.
And had those healthy titties removed. Yeah.
Do something with those? Are those salvageable? Can we stick them somewhere?
You can't plant them and have them grow
No,
bigger.
we can't get booby trees. Can we get titty trees?
That'd be great.
That would be great.
Can you imagine how many guys would be in parks just going
Just
between the
running through.
branches? Just
They
be a
grew
line
down
of
like
guys.
willow trees.
Guys, this is a private park. We'd rent the space out. We could not have you guys just walking up and going to all the branches. All right, knock it off.
Maybe they grow on the ground like watermelons. Big old triple D.
Yeah, look at the biggest titty I grew.
Get the dirt off of that.
Farmers would start having those contests, like who grew the biggest pumpkin. Which one of you grew the
Fucking
biggest
giant 900-pound pigs, you know. Big ass titty in a
Big old
wheelbarrow.
titty.
Big old titty in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, grew this out on the ranch back in Tennessee. Yeah,
It's organic.
she weighed in at 456 pounds. This heap of meat right here. Yep,
Blue ribbon titty.
30 year in a row.
First place at the county fair.
Farmer Bill places first every. I don't know what
What's
he's
he
doing.
got in the soil over there?
Yeah, what's he doing to his booby bushes? He's growing amazing things. Whopping 456 pounds.
Oh, then we got to get a bush.
What?
Bush.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No, I don't need that. I'm with you on that one.
Listen,
I'm just kidding.
you can shave them.
The mother told the Times, the Tampa Times, that her child has been binding those titties since 7th grade. And who am I to say? This kid might absolutely have gender dysphoria.
Sure.
It might be lifelong. I actually know someone with gender dysphoria and changed. She went to a he like years ago and is thrilled with the decision, is now
Fantastic.
now in his, and I've misgendered him before and I've been yelled at. Family friend, you know the family very well. But, you know, that's someone who didn't make a mistake, like knew really, really early on and went through the process and never wavered. And this was years ago when it wasn't like,
Yeah.
you know, rewarded and, you know, thought of as the greatest thing. And I remember thinking like, this is a fucking scary road.
Yeah.
But there were so few of them. And then it was like, okay, maybe this is just gender dysphoria. I don't know. I'll call I'll call him whatever he wants. I don't have any problem with that. I think the problem is when it gets cliquey and we know how influential kids are.
Definitely.
That's where the problem. That's why people call them groomers, which they hate. But it seems like no. The one-off child who has this issue, you know, we can handle that. But you don't have a non-binary kindergarten teacher explain that kind of advanced shit to kindergartners and then have two of them come out as trans in
make
classes
sure you plant that
and act like
seed.
that's normal.
Right.
That's where the problem
Did
is.
them a
It's-
favor.
Right. And so you either go full on, and any kid that smiles at a rainbow, you cut his dick off. Just go, yeah, he must be trans. Or there's got to be something here. But these doctors, you know, especially when you're talking plastic surgeons,
Yep.
doing all this kind of stuff, like unnecessary, you know. But at the same time, too, I'm kind of torn because I get the argument. You know, you don't want to look like Rachel Levine.
Well, very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. There's got to be there's a fine line in it. I mean, it's not like it shouldn't be suppressed, but it shouldn't be promoted.
Right.
It shouldn't be like the answer to everything.
Right.
Okay, it's there. That's there, but let's be realistic about the numbers, the statistics, and what it is, and not create this false wave of like, see, everybody's fucking trans.
Right.
No.
And I don't fully understand. I guess I sort of do. If your argument is that
And I've been through that as girl dad, especially. I've been through that whole awkward, uncomfortable phases, stages. You know, in and out of friendships and cliques and groups and all that stuff.
hate
and
this girl now and hate that.
yeah, you know, I mean, it's very easy to glom onto something that makes you feel good or normal
or welcome
and welcome all of it.
Whether it's goth or whether it's whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody needs a clique. You know,
Yeah.
you got the jocks, you got the nerds, you got the
Goth,
like,
you can wash
historically-
your face and wear something other than black, but you
Right.
start, you know, taking the puberty blockers and chopping off dicks,
Yeah.
plucking out titties,
And if you think
it's
it's
a little
gonna-
more permanent.
The problem too is that it's not going to slow down. It's only going to get further, especially when you've got for-profit margins
Yeah.
like they are. You know, if I'm not happy with my nose, I can go get a nose job and spend $30,000 doing it.
But
But
what else?
this is being paid for. Like,
What else is there that we let children decide, make like life-altering
Nothing.
decisions.
There's not a
one
thing.
other thing in their world that we let them make a decision at that age.
It's called parental abuse if you let them.
Can
Like
be,
you have
yeah.
a job,
Right.
you have a
Except for
responsibility
this.
as a parent.
Yeah, now it's parental
But-
abuse if you don't.
But at the same time, the argument against that would be, if this kid's displaying these thoughts and behaviors at such an early age, and I let them go through male puberty, there's no coming back from that. They'll never actually even look like a woman or truly be able to pass as a woman. I mean, obviously there's exceptions, but if you want to give a trans child the best hope of being able to pass down the road, but to us, it's like, you better know, because there's no decision I made under the age of 21 that I'd probably be proud of today. None.
I wouldn't say none.
But I would. For me,
Wow,
there's
really?
not many. There's not many that I would stand up and be like, yes, I still believe that today.
Yeah.
Not many,
All right.
and certainly nothing that would alter my life going forward.
No, generally not. Like I said, we don't let kids make those decisions for themselves on any other topic at all.
Right.
I mean, even it's lunacy to me that I'm not saying it can't be or shouldn't be,
Right.
but it shouldn't be the norm.
Yeah. After the surgery was canceled in June, the mom went to Chicago to have her child's healthy breasts removed by Dr. Lauren Schechter. They're prepared to undergo the procedure, and then you get a phone call that the surgery is now canceled. That's quite traumatic. Yeah, a canceled appointment is nothing compared to the potential.
Did the global referral not come through? Is that what happened?
What a callback.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
That was a good callback. It was a good callback. DeSantis and May said, I think that it's something that you can't get a tattoo if you're 12 years old. When they say gender affirming care, what they mean a lot of times is you're castrating a young boy and you're sterilizing a young girl. You're doing mastectomies for these very young girls. And here's the thing, what our guidance pointed to, and Surgeon General Joseph Lopato did a great job for these young kids. 80% of the cases resolve themselves as they grow up. Doctors who perform such surgeries on kids need to be held liable for that.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you what that is. They are actually giving very young girls double mastectomies. They want to castrate young boys. That's wrong. So we've stood up and said, both from a health and children well-being perspective, you don't disfigure 10, 12, 13-year-old kids based on gender dysphoria. 80% of it resolves itself by the time they get older.
That's one of the things I was wondering. That's the data that we don't have, are the regret factor of it. We don't have any real data on that. The long-term effects, we don't have real data on that. And we don't have real data on exactly that, of phasing out of that,
Yeah.
of it being a phase and it working itself out without the surgery, and you go on to live a perfectly wonderful, healthy life in the body you were born in.
Right.
There's some that don't. But what percentage
here's the
that
bigger
consider
problem.
it end up being totally fine?
Let me put on my tinfoil hat, conspiracy theory time coming.
Perfect.
What's going on here is you have a political ideology, right? It's almost to the point of a religion.
Yeah.
And you've got a legacy media playing along with it. So while the rest of us are floundering in this nonsense going, where did this turn? You're not getting any, because those stories exist. And I've watched 1,000 of them. Videos of people that transitioned. Hell, we had the woke Bay on here to explain how it happened to him.
Absolutely.
Where he almost transitioned. And then his mom made him go to some counseling and shit. Turned out it was depression and blah, blah, blah. And he's just a gay guy.
Yep.
And he loves the show.
Perfect.
He's welcome in here anytime he wants. But he almost went down that road because of peer pressure and all the praise he was getting.
Exactly right.
And so that's scary as hell. But
you're not going to hear those stories.
Videos are out there. You can watch them on YouTube. People that absolutely horribly regret the decisions they made, like sitting on the OR, counting back from 100 before being passed out, knowing, fuck, no.
Scott Nugent.
Yeah, Scott Nugent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those stories out there. You have to find them. They will not show up in regular rotation.
No.
They will never be recommended to you. You better spell it exactly what the title of the video
I
is.
suggest a little DuckDuckGo action on that
Yes,
one, too.
exactly. Go to DuckDuckGo and you can find that stuff. And there are plenty of them. But they've started. I think we did a story on it earlier this summer where they've started a group for people that regretted going down that surgery road, but they get blocked, they get banned, they get kicked off Facebook, they get kicked off
It's
Twitter.
probably hate speech.
Yeah.
It's considered hate speech and goes
Yeah.
against their policies.
Yep. And doctors are too scared to stand up to it because they don't want to lose their practice.
Right.
You know, their job's on the line, their career, their family, their livelihood. If you come out, I mean, look at how many people have been hammered for having an opinion that didn't go with the
COVID?
COVID toe the line shit.
Yeah.
Doctors stayed out of it. It wasn't worth it.
Some did, some didn't. But for the most part,
but
yeah,
the ones
they
that
didn't.
did got hammered.
Exactly.
Hammered.
Yep.
I mean, you got to, and if you think that's easy to stand up and take that kind of national abuse
Yeah.
from bullies, the bullies that they are.
Yeah, you got to really believe, because it's easier to just shut the fuck up and keep getting paid.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
got to really believe in the whole do no harm thing.
Yeah.
So,
Some stood up, and I'm very. They were brave.
Yeah.
So
brave.
There was a female doctor I remember watching it. We might have watched part of it. She was at a podium, giving a press conference she never wanted to give, but the hospital was blowing her out. She was a single mom with 2 young children.
Yeah, I think
and
I
was like,
remember that.
remember that one?
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is just nonsense.
Yep.
This is nonsense.
Yep.
You're telling me how to run my practice, And I don't know if she wanted to get ivermectin or if she. I don't remember what the story was.
there goes
Here
the
comes
feed.
the black
All right,
van.
have a good night, everybody.
Oh boy. I said the I word. Sorry, I meant horse dewormer, of
There you
course.
go, of
Obviously.
Obviously. Hey, everybody.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, the excitement continues. It's Dot Ford as more 23 Ford vehicles become available for your ordering. As of today, you can custom order a 23 Ford F-150, Ranger, Expedition, Explorer, and more. And over the next few weeks, Super Duty, Maverick, and Mach-E are also coming available. Plus, when you order from our friends at Dot Ford, they're going to lock in $1,000 in rebates plus 2.9% financing. And as always, the best way to support the show is to support our sponsors. So give Gabar and the team at Dot Ford a shot and let them handle all of your automotive needs. You can still get $500 in free accessories if you take delivery by the end of the month, which is today. So get your ass over to Dot Ford. Tell them TDC sent you.
Very good. Thank you, T. I love this story. I've paid quite a bit of attention to this story. It's been dragging on for a few years. It's Oberlin College in Ohio. And so you've got a small town and a bakery there.
Okay.
Oberlin, I think it's called the Gibson's Bakery. The Gibson family has owned it since the late 1880s.
Okay. It's a lot of Gibsons.
A lot of Gibsons. Family run. It's been in Oberlin, Ohio since 1885. And they've been battling with the local college there. Now, this is one of those small towns where Oberlin College is going to have a football game on the weekend. It was like, the bakery supplies all the muffins and the cakes for they were really intertwined. It was like, we got a PTA meeting I guess you wouldn't have a PTA at the college, but you know what I mean? They'd have staffing stuff and they would cater it and blah, blah, blah. And this has gone on for over 100 years. But they were accused of racism. Oberlin, the Gibson's Bakery.
Gibson Bakery.
Yes.
Okay.
If you remember the story, some kids from Oberlin College in Ohio went into the store, tried to rob it of alcohol.
Okay.
And so one of the Gibson family members chased the kids out and I think got the liquor back. They circled and tried to beat him up, the employee who chased them out of the store. And he called the police. Kids were arrested. They were, of course, released without, there was no problem with that. It's fine if you want to rob your local store.
Surprised
No big
small
deal.
town Ohio would have those policies.
But then Oberlin College went on a defamation suit, the likes we have not seen. So these kids admitted they tried to rob the place, admitted that race played no part in it. They also admitted something else. But anyways, so the kids go on their way. The next day, students at Oberlin start protesting the racist bakery because the kids were black who tried to steal shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking bizarro world.
Yeah, it's bizarro world. So the Supreme Court of Ohio, this is appealed all the way to the Supreme Court, declined to even hear Oberlin College's appeal, meaning the school will finally have to pay the bakery. It is nearly put out of business. And like I said, this has been going on for years.
Yeah.
Truth still matters. We in the Gibson family are gratified that all judges on the Court of Appeals and the majority of the Ohio Supreme Court recognize the rights of individuals rather than the bullying tactics of the big
So
institutions.
they just kept getting shit on and then just appeal, and tried to appeal it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And they were like, kick rocks.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And what they were trying to do is outlive family members. We have enough money at the college we can fund this. And they were successful. The main patriarch
Oh, no.
David died.
Oh, no.
He'd seen the first ruling, doesn't know the appeals and all that process.
Yeah.
And I believe his son, who was also running things, they've both died since they won the very first case years ago.
There's a lot of death in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Right.
It might have even been COVID. Not even kidding. The issues raised by this case have been challenging not only for the parties involved, for the entire Oberlin community. Oberlin College's authorized new student tour guides are still being heard to say, don't shop at Gibson's Bakery when the tours pass in front of the store. Okay? So this kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
The college, its administrators, nor its professors have resumed any ordering of Gibson's products for college events. And notices still denigrating Gibson's are posted in college buildings for students and their families to see. David Gibson and his father, Alan, passed before the decision was upheld. Several non-white students is what they call them. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. So, anyways, behind the scenes, Oberlin administrators trashed the bakery, calling defenders idiots and saying, fuck them. They promoted and, encouraged students to rally and riot, and their place was broken into. One of their homes was broken into. So
what's the settlement on
a
this?
jury awarded them $46 million.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
So, but
Shut down the bakery. Don't go fuck themselves.
So,
Reopen it as We Love the Blacks Bakery. Here you go. Here you go, Oberlin.
but every, kind of like that one where we were doing the other day where that guy was awarded $450 million, but Texas or Georgia was like, state policy, we get 75% off the top.
We'll take that.
Hold on. You didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
You weren't fucked with. Why do you get 75%? Ohio has something similar where they get a cap.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah.
And this is only $40 million.
Yeah.
46.
Not 46. Well, they're getting 36 million. And there's no more appeals. And there's no more
that's it.
Supreme Court. Supreme Court said eat shit.
Good.
So, yeah, you bullies. But still, can you imagine
I wonder what
your
the-
family-run business for over 120, 30, 40 years?
I wonder if that settlement changed throughout the process. I wonder if the very first time it happened, they were declined, like, nope, you got to pay them $100,000 restitution, whatever. And then as it kept up, like, okay, well, now it's $1 million, asshole. Like, no, it's not. You want to keep fucking doing this? Now you owe them $20 million. All right, fine.
Yeah.
$46 million. Are we done here?
Yeah, well, this probably falls into one of those where, depending on the endowment of the school, they probably have the money.
Oh, I love a well-endowed school.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite kind of school.
It's like we were talking about. If you're going to have to get boiling hot coffee spilled on your lap, you don't want it to be from Gibson's Bakery.
That's
you want
true.
it to be McDonald's.
Of course.
Right? Because they can afford some whacked jury decision that will award you $200 million.
Ooh, think if this was a real college, how much they could have got.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So
Oberweis University, or where the hell they're at.
I should read some of this so it makes a little more sense. I feel like I clunked my way through that story, to be honest with you.
I thought it was brilliant.
Did you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I got the gist, and I didn't hear the
Really
first part of the
really
story. So
He was sleeping, and he knows.
Were you napping over there, Jesus?
I was no,
dream-weavered off like
I
a
was
son of a
listening.
bitch.
No, I was listening. I'm not trying to do whatever you want. I'm just saying I thought you did it fine.
Okay. Well,
Did it justice?
I didn't feel like I touched on just how much the school was responsible.
I think we
Gotcha.
got the gist of fucking
Some
with
of
the
it.
bakery. But let's hear
Students
some
and-
examples.
And faculty accused the bakery of racism, staged protests with Oberlin officials fully endorsing and supporting the protesters' false narrative. Further, while they claimed in court the protests were peaceful, some demonstrators entered the bakery, harassed pictures. They would take pictures of customers, make disparaging remarks, and post their photos online, like,
Good
how dare
old-fashioned
this
bullying.
person? Yeah. They also blocked customers from moving down the aisles, slashed the tires of store employees. That kind of shit was going on. And the Gibson's home was broken into. Business dropped. Employees were laid off. The family was threatened. Yeah. Anyway, so it dropped to $25 million. Punitive, it's up to 36 or some shit. So
Okay. Hey, whatever. Good for
or
the
vice
family.
versa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably more than they would have made over the last 2 years in selling baked goods. And
Yeah.
I would
Norfolk,
imagine just a
Ohio.
tad
I don't know
more.
what the market for baked goods is in
Yeah.
Oberlin, Ohio.
Not sure what
but-
the margins are on that, but
Yeah.
especially over these last couple of years here,
Yeah.
inflation and COVID, that business is probably doomed.
Yeah, it's about
bakery?
being called a racist could have been after now is maybe the best thing that ever happened. Now they went through some
Who's
hell.
to say what's good or bad, righty?
Got to go through hell to get
right.
to heaven.
That's right. That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic point. It's like We wouldn't have even known about your dumb little bakery.
Yep.
Every town has an old bakery.
And actually, I would
Next time I go
say
through Ohio, I'm going to stop and get me a loaf of white bread.
I would
Only white bread. Give me your pumpernickel.
I know
shit.
You don't have pumpernickel? Why
I don't
not?
want your
Can I get a
rye
chocolate muffin?
shit.
No? Okay.
I don't even want a fucking light wheat.
I know it's not
want
healthy
Wonder
for me.
Bread
I have a
white.
vanilla cupcake and a loaf of white bread,
And a
please.
vanilla shake, please. To go.
whatever you sell in white. No, but you
I'll
know
have
the
yellow cake with white icing, please. To go. That's it.
yellow cake.
Well,
That's the math
Yellow.
club.
Oh, well, yellow.
Jesus, don't be racist.
I was gonna.
It's very unbecoming.
The other thing too, honestly, is not just the money, not some of that stuff, but at least another like trial, another where something got struck down. You know what I mean? These group of people are treating
Yes,
these bakery
it's
people
another
like this.
L.
And yeah, and it
Take
went
an
to
L.
a place, and they're like, no, fuck
good.
no, and you got to
But
pay them.
they won't
just
learn
like
anything.
Rittenhouse, getting some money and shit. Like
It's all right.
They won't learn a lesson, though.
they won't, but it's better than not.
It's exactly. It's the
Oh, I agree.
L for them is a dub for us.
Yep. Yep, we'll take it.
Take the wins however you take them, Mike.
It's right. It's right, man.
Doesn't matter if you wouldn't buy an inch or a mile or whatever.
Winnie the Pooh. Any fans?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Winnie the Pooh in it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. You don't like pants.
Yep.
We all get it. You're a
What?
nudist, but
The as far as
did you know he was in
Pooh
the
the
pool
bear,
nude over the weekend?
It doesn't shock me.
Yeah,
I assumed he
it's-
would
it's
be.
ridiculous.
Why would I assume otherwise?
Fucking house full of people.
I
Goddamn
couldn't-
guys hanging brain
I
in the
couldn't
pool.
find a suit.
Oh, really?
What?
It was in the-
How
it was-
long do you think it would take me to go find some
sit-
shorts you could
I'm
put
s-
on right
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Like how long?
I'm sitting on the chair by the hot tub, and I'm like, I just see the waves of the water, so it's distorting the body. I'm like, that's an ass crack. T's not wearing pants. T's in the pool at 1 a.m. pantsless. He's Winnie the Pooh in it.
What are you gonna
He's
do?
Donald Ducking it in the pool.
Hey, it's our pool. We can do whatever the hell I want.
It's great. I love it.
I never really cared for it for whatever.
Yeah, it
reason.
was never. It didn't really influence my life,
No, I feel like it didn't mind either. See,
Tigger.
I didn't like Tigger because it's so close to another word that I don't want to say that I
double
feel,
gut.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I call him Tigger. I put the H on the end of it. Tigger.
Emphasis. Yes.
Yeah.
Smart. My Tigger.
My Tigger.
And
Shit.
what Piglet?
Piglet,
Pooh?
yeah,
Eeyore.
Eeyore. Yeah.
Grumpy Eeyore.
Yeah.
Tigger was always having
What was
fun.
the
Not
fucking
supposed to call him that
Robinson?
anymore,
Billy Bob Robinson. What was the kid's name?
I don't even know what
yeah,
the
The
kid's
boy.
name
Dude.
There was an actual kid.
Robin,
there.
you're right. Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robinson.
Christopher
yeah.
Robin.
Yeah, Robin.
Fucking didn't even remember that.
I was not a big Pooh fan. I don't know why. Like I dug the honey.
Yeah.
Is it
You
because you
know-
don't like the word poop, or did that have anything to do with
That
it?
maybe Pooh doesn't bother me. Like Winnie the Pooh.
Gotcha.
Pooh Bear.
What the hell is a Pooh Bear, by the way?
I don't know.
You better Google that shitty.
But I went to when I was in New York last. I went to the library where I believe it was at the library where they filmed Ghostbusters, like those famous scenes from Ghostbusters.
Yep.
In that main library in Manhattan, and they had a Winnie the Pooh display there, and it was like some guy made these dolls for his daughter, like his young daughter. And it spun into this series, and so he had Pooh Bear. I have pictures of it I can show you.
That's okay.
It was like I know, shit. But it was like the origin. These are the original dolls that this
Yeah.
guy made for his daughter. And it was like,
Okay.
holy shit, there's Pooh Bear.
And wait, he made those, and that's what the illustrations were based off
Yeah.
of, or he made them based off the illustrations.
No. He made the dolls, and his daughter loved them so much. I think is how the story goes.
Did he write the book?
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe.
We may have to go to the pictures to get the answers for
Yeah,
this.
we might, because they probably
No,
get a little
just
placard there.
Totally kidding.
I'll show you off the air. But I was never a huge fan. But
Not a big Pooh fan?
no, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
It's good to know.
But there's a new movie coming out, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey.
Blood
that
and
was-
Honey.
I had that was a beer I had when I was in Texas called Blood and Honey.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Was it good? Was it actually Blood and Honey?
Yeah.
It's a horror film.
Winnie the Pooh is a horror film?
Yes.
Like
They're making a horror film.
horror?
Horror, not
Okay.
horror
Okay.
film.
All right. I thought maybe like Pooh fell on hard times and
Well, sort of. So,
jonesing for the honey, giving up that ass.
You'll get no honey on your singer tonight, Pooh. A. Milne is the author, and people are shocked to see the trailer released for this new movie, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. The project will twist the innocent childhood tale into a grotesque story, not suitable for kids. Trailer shows grown-up Christopher Robin. Okay, Christopher Robin scrams for college.
Okay.
And everything goes to hell after
So
that?
this
that
is
what-
this is a
leaves Eeyore,
continuation
Pooh-
of this story. This is what it is.
He leaves Eeyore and Pooh to fend for themselves. Well, they turn back to feral because they're not being fed anymore. So they turn feral.
This is excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to watch the trailer?
It's like
Yeah,
the
fuck
adult
yes,
version
I
of
do.
Toy Story.
Kinda,
like, you know
I
what I
do.
mean? Like
Maybe.
the kid left for college and the toys just...
yeah.
You know what though? We went through such a shit stretch of remakes of movies,
Right.
Because it was like we reached the end of the fucking imagination. So all we could do is remake movies and do them worse than before,
Right.
And usually just make it with a bunch of
And they're
broads.
still doing it.
Right. But now, between the Ferris Bueller one,
Yeah,
I
sounds
think
great.
that's brilliant how they're going to do it with that little caveat of that. You've never even seen it.
No, I've seen Ferris Bueller. I haven't heard of the remake.
Oh,
or
so
coming,
they're-
or the whatever
It's,
it is.
it's whatever.
The two valet guys that stole
the car, the Ferrari.
Porsche
from it.
Ferrari
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
a spin-off of their day.
origin story.
How that they kind of went...
when they took that car to
What-
the time they brought it back, it's that timeline.
I gotcha. Kind of like how they're
cool,
dealing with
right?
it. Like what it's affected these people too.
they,
It didn't
they've
just-
set those characters
no,
didn't
it's
even
just
have
like
names.
that. Literally, from when they took the
Well, that's
Ferrari
what,
and
that's what
coming
I'm saying.
back.
Like it affected these people. Like when Ferris just went on his little joyride, these
Yeah.
two valet people had it
Yeah,
affected them, and it's
they
going
said
through
that
that.
Exactly.
for the plot line. It's like when Cameron and Ferris
Ferris.
dropped off that, was it a Ferrari or a Porsche?
Oh, it's a Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Oh, it's a Ferrari.
Okay, when they dropped it off, it had like 126 miles on it, and then when they brought it back, it had like 304
Mm-hmm.
on it, and it's like the headliner storyline is. Ferris and he wasn't the only one with a crazy day that day.
Yeah.
And so the origin story of a couple characters who were not even named. They didn't even
Right.
have fucking credits. So
It's funny. I like it.
it's kind
I
of
did
cool.
too. Yeah, but that was my point. And then to take like this,
Yeah.
a twist on the Pooh.
Pooh fans are not happy.
I'm sure the purists, good, fuck them.
Yeah. The trailer
Don't
shows
watch it.
a grown-up Christopher Robin returning to his childhood home only to discover Pooh and Piglet have become deranged, bloodthirsty killers after Robin abandoned them and went to college. They murdered Eeyore and Tigger at some point.
Oh, man.
And are seeking to continue their killing spree. Now, how do you take a beloved childhood character and turn it into a horror show like this, and people are going apeshit? Well, here's how.
Let's see. I can't wait.
Development for the film began when the original book became public domain in the United States in January of 22.
Is that like a trademark expires
Yes,
or something on
it's like
that?
100
Is that-
years.
Is it really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
So that's why Happy
actually
Birthday,
happened.
we can sing Happy Birthday on the air without getting copyright shit.
I didn't
Because
realize,
it goes through its cycle, and then it becomes public domain.
Okay.
So there's a handful of things. So they no longer Disney no longer holds exclusive rights to the characters from the 1926 novel as it originally did.
So
they're
can-
like, all right.
We can take artistic liberties with the Bible now then?
I think they're
point.
doing. I think Mickey Mouse or something is coming off patent. They've been fighting that one.
Really?
Because if the mouse comes off patent and anybody can use the famous ears logo.
Oh, yeah. I could see Mickey as a psychopath, too. That'd be great.
Oh,
They
yeah.
start turning all this shit dark.
South Park did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, South Park had a whole fucking series where
I
Mickey was
remember
turned
that.
into a fucking absolute cokehead.
Yes, that's
killer.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
do remember
It's great.
that.
All right, you guys want to see the trailer? You guys
Yes,
can sit over
please.
here if you want, so you can see it.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
And why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Robin.
You should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
I never expected them to be foreigners.
I know.
I really thought that was a good old American
Christopher,
tale.
Yeah.
we need to leave.
You're
Now.
rest in
I
peace.
really need to find out what's happening there, okay?
I got to see what Pooh looks like.
God, I'm not a fan. Honestly, I think he could have done better.
Oh, it's what? He's like just a grown-ass man in a Pooh mask? What the fuck was that?
Come on, they've turned wild.
This place is kind of cold. And did you say it has a pool?
Oh, okay.
Does this kind of have a Friday the 13th or Halloween vibe?
Yes.
Laura's dead.
Why would you tell him to get out?
What was that?
It's like the pig man.
Why is he so mad though?
Friends, why are you doing this?
Suck it up, come on. Good
I would
together.
have never left, I swear. I swear.
This thing got some titties in it.
Yeah, of course. That's classic horror genre move, you know?
Well, I was curious on how they were going to do poo. If he was still going to be some sort of animated, thing. That just looks like a grown-ass man in a poo mask.
Yeah.
Like a shitty one, too.
Maybe they're throwing, because this is the first trailer, maybe they're just throwing this out and the whole public is going to go, why does Pooh look like a grown-ass man in a fucking poo mask?
I hope so.
And
you're right. I think
that
they could do
happened with
better.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, really?
Yes.
With,
the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie that came out a few years ago,
Yeah, with
people said Sonic looked like an asshole. Do you remember that story?
No, not really.
If you look it up, like people had a real problem with how
Jim Carrey, right?
well, Sonic wasn't Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey
he was
the
the
bad
other guy.
with
Oh,
the
yeah,
mustache.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but people really took issue with Sonic the
So they
Hedgehog.
changed. Oh,
shit.
what the fuck? Jeez. All right.
It looks like a latex mask.
It does, and yeah, no, like no, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. I mean,
Yeah, I want it to look like the cartoon bear.
yeah, it doesn't. I mean, there's no fur. I mean, I'd have to go back.
It's not
and
his
really look
outfit,
at-
and he better not be wearing pants.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He better
He
not
better
have
not have
fucking pants
pants
on
on.
there. Oh my god, that looks so stupid.
Yeah, it looks like lumberjack guy.
That looks so stupid.
He's wearing pants there.
Right, why-
It's
Oh,
He
they're
is
overalls.
a real bear. It's not. It wasn't. Christopher wasn't playing with a kid he wasn't his imagination. This was a real bear.
It was a real bear, right?
it
And
should be
Piglet
it.
was a pig, and Eeyore was a donkey, and Tigger was a
Don't say-
tiger.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Yeah, I know. Tiga.
No, I don't approve. Conceptually, I can get down with it a
The
little bit.
idea is there.
And we didn't even get to see what Piglet looks like.
Yeah,
He's
and
the
apparently
accomplice in
Eeyore's
this.
already dead.
Yeah,
so Eeyore's out of the mix.
Yeah, there was he ripped.
Yeah, there was a. You saw that? Okay,
I did see that. I caught
Eeyore,
that. Nothing gets
R.I.P..
by me. Keen attention to detail.
All right, let's do a couple emails and get out of here. Original TDC. We were talking about that. I was trying to figure out. I thought I did like 10 shows or 14 shows with Mike Clark.
when you were saying that, I was like, dude. It's like,
I think it was 17 we did with Drew.
okay.
When Drew was coming
Yeah.
over here.
Maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Someone says, dude, you did like 80 episodes with Clark. It was some of the funniest broadcasts, and the show I almost whizzed myself over was the tangent you went on about Stingray City down in Florida. Holy crap, I want that audio. Well, it's out there.
I would have assumed it would have been the freaking what is it? Skydiving story.
Skydiving
And that
story?
skydiving story is still
When I was imitating Clark and just
Yeah.
reading the whole article.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. And he was, dude, getting Mike Clark to laugh that hard is like it's not that hard to do, honestly. But
But to keep him laughing.
Just keep him laughing. He laughed for 2 fucking straight hours.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I was reading his high school quotes.
Yeah.
And making him fucking. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. That was. Let's see. Mike, woke Microsoft. My wife is a teacher and is putting together lessons for the upcoming school year. While typing in Microsoft Office, she referred to herself as Mrs. So-and-so, as that is what her kids call her. Microsoft Office highlighted Mrs. and recommended it be removed as it suggests gender bias.
Oh my God.
I wonder what Microsoft would do if they found out she worked at a private Catholic school. They'd probably ban her from using it. With love.
I was watching one of the Rogan little clips or something. And he had a guy, I don't even know who it was. He was talking about how they were talking about woke stuff or whatever. And he had gone to the Starbucks with his wife. He was like, I'll have a black coffee and my wife will have a caramel macchiato.
Oh,
Did
ordered
you
for
see
his
that?
wife?
Yeah. And
No, I
then he
didn't see
goes, and the barista says, your partner? He goes, no, my wife. I'm like, your partner?
Yeah.
No, my fucking wife right here.
Yeah.
We'll have a caramel macchiato, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I noticed they're
Fuck
doing
off.
they're putting in bold. I don't go there that often, but when I do, they, them, they're putting their pronouns on there. And I'm just like, dude, can you just make the fucking coffee? I don't give a shit. I don't even need to talk to you.
Yeah.
My interaction with you should be, thank you, have a good day.
thank you. Come
You
again.
know, by the time I get to the window, I hand you my card, you run it, you hand it back to me. hopefully you hand me a fresh, nice coffee, and I say, thank you, have a nice day.
Perfect. Yeah.
I don't need to know your name. I don't need to know your pronouns. What are we doing?
No.
What
No,
are we
no.
doing?
We don't. We
It's
aren't.
absurd.
Make me go to Bigby.
Yeah.
Makes me wish it was Beaners again.
I know, right? Yeah, can't do that. Nick, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
It's great to have you, Nicole. It's a pleasure to meet you. What's that?
Thank you for letting me come and chill and hear it.
Yeah, of course.
I'd like to see your credentials. You seem a bit underqualified.
It is Lupron.
Lupron. Okay, good.
I looked it up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll call it there. Isis, you're headed out, buddy. We're losing
Yeah, some
Isis.
people will be very happy,
Bid you adieu.
and most people will be, whatever.
I think people are going to be bummed. I know I'm going to be bummed.
I know, I'm just-
You'll be back in a few months, but so what is the plan? We'll just give people the update really quick.
I'm heading out the Northwest, Chicago, up in the northern part of the country. Head back. I'll be back end of October for a week, and then there'll be some more after that. But you can, of course, follow along on the Big E Comedy Venture podcast every week with Amy and me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
I don't know
Amy
if I'm
and I.
going to join in on that one.
No, you probably won't. I would imagine.
if you need me to make an appearance, I will.
Listen,
But-
Amy should still come here and do the show.
If she
It's
won't,
not a terrible
I
idea.
mean,
She can.
she can. Yeah, she'd have to figure that out how
She can.
Well, on her end, she can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, she can record it from here. Show up on the
I think
mic.
it's the only way to do it.
You talk to her about that.
I will.
Okay. All right. Thank you for all the support, Nick. We really appreciate having you in, and yeah, we'll do it again soon. Hang in there, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll